from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 4.
One day ahead of session 2026, new polling provides a glimpse into how Marylanders feel about the direction of the state and the performance of its leader.
A poll showing Marylanders' approval of Governor Moore is waning, but only slightly, apparently. Good evening, I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. Tonight, Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost is live in Annapolis breaking down the numbers for us. Good evening, Mackenzie.
Good evening, Mary and Kai. We are just one day away from the start of session, and people you can probably hear are gathering here in anticipation. And this new polling really shows that support for Governor Wes Moore is slipping. But Democrats that we talked to today in Annapolis are quick to offer an explanation as the election season begins to take shape. While just over half of Marylanders say they support Governor Wes Moore, this new Gonzales poll shows that support appears to be waning.
When you put it in the context of where was it a year and a half, 2 years ago, 64% approved, 25% disapproved. That's nearly, Mackenzie, a 40% plus positive ratio for the governor. And that, for any incumbent, is not a good direction. Democrats remain Moore's biggest backers, and Republicans overwhelmingly disapprove. But independents are where support splinters, as the number of people who do not approve of the governor's job performance is growing. If it were me, I would just look at the graph, the chart, and see the convergence, and I'd say, holy heck, what am I doing wrong? How can I fix it? Others might say, we're fine. As Democrats converge in Annapolis for a pre-legislative session luncheon, Senate President Bill Ferguson and other Democrats are quick to explain away the numbers and say there's still time for things to change. Does that concern you at all about where Democrats stand in the state and the governor's re-election effort?
Look, this is a complicated time in the state of Maryland and for the country, and leaders are responsible for making very challenging decisions. I believe that the governor has been making the right choices for Maryland, and that will reflect over time. How do you explain the dip in his approval numbers?
When you govern, you make decisions, tough things have to happen, and so this is a normal ebb and flow of a campaign. And the governor himself? I'm not a person who spends my time looking at poll numbers. Appears unbothered by the latest indication his support is slipping. The poll also reveals a divide among Marylanders when it comes to the direction of this state. 47% believe Maryland is going in the right direction, while 44% say it's headed the wrong way. What do you say to people who believe that the state of Maryland is headed in the wrong direction? Well, I would say that when you look at how Maryland continues to push back and continues to make progress on behalf of people, that while we know we still have more work to do, I know I have spoken with enough people who are saying, thank God we are in Maryland. The poll was conducted December 21st through January 6th, and if the election were held today, 50% say they would vote for Moore's re-election. 16% of people who responded say they remain undecided. Now, several Democrats have also pointed out that the pollster, Patrick Gonzales, did some work for Republican gubernatorial candidate Ed Hale. Gonzales tells me that is true. He did do a poll for Hale back in April looking at the Democratic matchup, and he was paid for it. However, Gonzales, who has been polling in the state of Maryland for more than 3 decades, says that he stands by the results of this poll, and he believes it was done fairly. Live in Annapolis, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.